Hi, it's Sandra, and I received my Mani by Me box for March, and I'm going to open it up so we can see what surprises we got in this box. Now, I did see some videos on this, so it's not too big of a surprise for me, but it looked like a cool box, some cool plates. So we'll see what we have here. So as usual, we got the cards, and this shows kind of like the colors of the stamping polish. So it's like a dark purple and a light purple, I think. So it also on the back, it kind of gives you a summary of what the box is about. And it looks like there's a lot of things on these plates. So it's going to be interesting to see each of the designs that they have. They give you a card on an actual idea for your nails and a step-by-step process on how they did it. And then we've got the box with all the stuff in it. So let's see. And if you're interested in these are $25 and you get 2 plates, a free gift, and 2 stamping polishes. And so I think it's a good deal for what you get. And the plates, of course, are exclusive. If you have too much of the stamping polish, then get the Express Kit, which is $18, and it includes everything but the polish. So let's look at the polish first. I just have a hard time opening these. All right, and there's the colors, and you can see that on that card, that the colors are exactly the colors that you actually received. So it's like a dark, I don't know what that would be, like a dark red, I guess it is. What do they call it? They call it Sonnet, and the light one is called Nightingale. So this one is Sonnet, and it's B425, and this one is Nightingale, and it's B424. All right, so those are the polishes, and then we get a sticker, and then we get 2 plates. So let's look at the plates before we look at the free gift. All right, so let's look at 075, and here's 075. And it looks like it's got a bunch of themes. We got some books, we got Anne of Green Gables, we got it's like a crow on some books, and just literary theme, I think it is. So it's got all kinds of different things. Happily Ever After. Packed Mini by Me. Literary Classics is the actual theme of the plates. So we got a whole bunch of stuff on this. Let's take this off here. Here it is. And we got like a little scenery here, and this almost looks like maybe Alice in Wonderland. And here's the rabbit. Here's another one of her. We got a little teapot here, whale, little typewriter, little fountain pen. The typewriter is really cute. Wuthering Heights. So a whole bunch of stuff on that. Some books. Very cute. Okay, so we got that one. That is MXM 075. And then the next one is MXM 076. I thought this one was really cute because this has got some portraits here and a Peter Pan window here. We've got, this looks like the Tin Man and a lion, and this looks like a shoe, like a Cinderella shoe. They've got Wizard of Oz here, Romeo and Juliet. So they have a whole bunch of different themes in here. Sherlock Holmes, and here's the Sherlock Holmes portrait. So a whole bunch of little themes here. I think you could take sections of this and really dedicate your nails to one thing if you wanted to. So these could be this would be cute as the ruby slippers. Oh, and here's all 4 of them walking. Very cute. Romeo and Juliet. All right, so those are the plates. And then let's see how these polishes do. Get my stamper. And let's see. Lip brush. See how that works. Let's do the ruby slippers. Those are cute. Wipe this down. This is definitely cream. All right, there's the slippers. These are cute. Stamp this on here. The color is very pretty. And let's do the lighter color. This one's going to be a little bit harder to see. Let's do a different plate for this one. Let's do the little crow on, oh, let's do the typewriter. That's really cute. Let's do the typewriter. And this is Nightingale. Okay, and the typewriter turned out really cute. Very hard to see because it's so light. You can see it. It's really light. But it's a very pretty color. Let's do the typewriter again, only this time let's use the darker color. That's cute. It's a cute stamp. I don't think I've ever had a stamp that had a typewriter on it. It's really cute. Get this closer. All right, so let's take these colors and let's swatch them. And by the way, these look like nice colors, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with any of them showing up. So let's do this one. I'm going to do this Dracula one. I didn't even see the Dracula one. There's so much going on here. It's hard to see everything. Okay, so there's Dracula's house. Take this and put this on here. There you go. That looks very nice. It looks good on the black and it looks good on the white. So it's a very nice cream purpley color. I like it. And then let's do a different one. Let's do Peter Pan for the red. Flip this around. See what Peter Pan looks like. Yep, I left that purple on there. All right, Peter Pan. And now this one doesn't show up as good on the black, obviously, as it does on the white because it's a dark color, but still a nice stamping polish. Just because it's dark, it doesn't show up on the black. So both of them are really nice. They're cream colors. Very nice. Not sure if we have something from Maniology that's similar. Take a look. Not really. I don't have anything that's real similar to this color. And the lavender There are a couple of them that are, I think most similar one that I have is this one. And that's really, there's a big difference. So this is actually kind of a new color for my collection. Maybe some of you that have been collecting longer than me. Yeah, this is just a darker color. So it's very pretty. Very pretty color. So let's look at what the free gift is. So we've got the 2 plates and we got the 2 polishes. And let's see what the free gift is. So the free gift this time, which I have gotten these for a while now, and I've never seen these foils given as a free gift. And they actually give you the glue too. So this kind of glue is one that you just put on and let dry. You do not put this into for a gel. So it's not something that you would put in your LED lamp. So it's just the glue. And it says right on here that you're going to put you're going to cut the sheet that you're going to use, a small sheet of foil. You're going to apply a base coat to your nails and let it dry. And then apply a thin coat of nail foil glue to the nail. So this is a nail foil glue. And you're going to just apply a thin coat and then allow it to dry. So it'll go from white to clear. And this is the thing that you have to be patient with is you really have to let these glues dry completely before using the foil. So you put that on there and then you put the foil on with the design side facing upward onto the nail. And then you just firmly put it on and you rub it on there so it's nice and stuck. And then you pull off the foil. So the foil, let's see what that looks like. It almost looks like a gem or marble or something. And it looks like it's blue and greens mostly. So let's see how much is in here. So they give you 4 pieces of it. So they give you quite a few to start with. And it's really pretty. So if you've never used foil before, this is a good time. This is actually nice because you can mess around with this and you're going to have your foil glue. So this is enough for a long time and you'll be able to use this on multiple times on different foils. So there's foil. So we got the free gift as foil. So what I'm going to do, there's more of these. So they gave us 5 pieces of foil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of foil. Maybe if I count again, I'll have even more. So 6 pieces of foil. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a design using the plates and the foil and see how it turns out. And I will be back with what I come up with. All right. I put a base coat on all my fingers. And now I'm going to use the glue on 2 of my fingers. I want to use some of the foil. And I'm going to use it on my ring finger. Let's get this stuff out of here. So you can see. Put on my ring finger. And you can see how it goes on white. And put it on the edge too, so that way when I put the foil on, it sticks around the edge. And I'm going to put it on this finger. These are the 2 fingers that I actually want to put the foil on. Looks like I may have a little fuzzy there. Okay, so I'm going to let that completely dry. Let me cut out some foil. Of course, you want this to be a little bit bigger than your finger. Cut this out. I think if I cut this in half, I should have more than enough. The The colors that they have in these foils is kind of like an ocean color. Let's see if I can get it to I think it's really pretty. It's got some purple in there and some white in there, and so it's got some really pretty colors. All right. All right, so let's take this one. You can see, like, I've got some white right here, but on this one, it's completely dry. So I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to press it on there. And I'm going to use this to kind of lay it down, and it did wrinkle a little bit. Get this pressed down pretty good. And then I'm just going to rip it off. And you can see where it did not stick. Some here. Let's see if it'll come on. Sometimes if you put it back on there, and it did, it stuck a little. And put it here. And it's stuck. Let's do a little bit more right here. Okay, so this is such a light color. And Maniology suggests that you actually use this on just the base coat. I think what I'm going to do is put a base coat color underneath this because it is such a light color, which should pop it more. So let's get this off, and let's see. Let's put the base coat back on. Since I have the other one glued, I'm going to have to take that off too. So there's the base coat on that one. Take this off. Put another layer. Put a base coat on this one. Okay, let that dry. This time, I'm going to put white as the base. And see if that makes it show up a little better. Okay, so what I decided to do was paint the two nails that I'm going to use the foil on white. And I used the light purple on the other fingers. And what I want to try to do is actually do the other fingers not only purple, but I want to do some of this mixture of colors and see how that looks, because I think the red is pretty, but I don't like it by itself because it's too dark. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to do some sponge painting here and see how this looks. Okay, so I'm going to do these on the other fingers. So I'm going to head and do this on the pinky and just dab it on there, and then my middle finger, just kind of dab it on there, and then I'm going to do the same thing on my thumb. So the thing with this is, in between coats, you definitely want it to dry. So, and I think it looks like the red has really taken over. So I'm going to add more purple here and just kind of leave the red out. And now that I have a base for it, I'm going to do some more purple, kind of purple it out here, so that it's not as dark with the red. I think that looks better because I've only got a little bit of the red in there. I don't want it to be overpowering on the rest of my nail. So that looks good. Do a little bit red, a little bit more purple. Kind of mash it there a little bit. Let this dry just a couple seconds because you're doing light coats, so it doesn't take as long to dry. There, that one's perfect. That one's perfect. Okay, I think that looks good. So you just have to kind of mess around with these to see how vivid you want each of the colors. And I think that looks good because I don't want my images to fade. So I just want that dark color in there just a little bit. And what I decided to do was the Wizard of Oz. The next thing I'm going to do is actually apply this glue. And we're going to see how this turns out with the white as the base coat. So I've only got one coat of white base on here. And then I'm putting the glue on. Now it's going to obviously be a little harder to see when it's dry, but we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to do the ruby red slippers. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to do this with black. I'm going to use this black stamping polish. Very nice. And I think Dorothy's actual socks were white. Get this off of here. So I'm going to reverse stamp. The socks white. I'm just going to take off all the garbage I don't want on here. Okay. I'm going to use white for the socks. Then I'm going to find a sparkly red for her shoes. You got to have sparkly shoes. So let's do the white here. For her socks. Then let's do the red. This cool red that I got from Sinful Colors, and it's called, what's it called? Poison Apple. And it's really cool the way it goes on because it's really sparkly. So let's see how that looks. Let's move this towel up so that way you can see. Okay. Do this on the shoes. think I got it all. Let's look and see. Oh, I didn't get the back of the heel on this one. So I'm just going to do a little bit more red. If you turn it around, you can see what you missed. And I missed right there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my favorite skin color for Dorothy's leg here. This is actually minimalistic. And this is an Essie polish that was actually reduced. And it is my really light pink that I like to use for flesh tones. I really don't know if this will show this far up because I want to get the shoes on there. But I paint a lot of it just in case when I put it on there. I don't have any bare spots, so it looks like it needs a little bit more. Okay. A little bit more. Okay, that's good. All right, so the shoes are done. So let's go ahead and do the sticky stuff here. I'm going to put this down. Put it in the little valleys here. Use my rubber latex thing. Push this on here good. And go over it with my nail. You want to really make sure that this sticks on here before you pull it off. Okay, and then I'm going to rip it off. All right, and it's stuck on pretty good. I've got stuff here that is showing, so I'm going to put this here. See if I can get it to stick. Oh, now it just peeled off. Okay, so it did not stick very well. Let's try the other one. See if that sticks any better. I may have waited too long in between gluing here. That's the only bad thing about using actual color underneath is that if you have spots that don't show up, you're going to see the color. So it's almost better to use the color that's in the foil, so that way you're not showing so much white coming through. So let's take this, put this on. Again, rub it on there good. And rip it off. Okay, so they did not turn out very well. I'm going to retry it, see if it works any better. And it could just be because I took too long to mess with the glue. So I will take these off and I will show you what happens on the second try. This time I think what I'll do is I'll use a really light blue because it seems to be a lot of blue in it, and see how that works. All right, let's see. Okay, so what I did was I painted my nails blue this time, and I put 2 coats of paint on there, and I'm trying to let them dry. So in the meantime, what I did was I reverse stamped my images that I want to use, and I did the lion, and I did him in a color, Maniology color called Lasso. And it's kind of a goldy yellow, can't tell you. It's really pretty. It's definitely a shimmer or glitter, and it's, I'd say shimmer, and it's B395. So very pretty yellow. And then I also did the Tin Man, and I did him in black with a gray and colored him and reverse stamped him gray. So that's what I'm hoping to stamp on these 2 nails that have, hopefully will have some foil on them. I don't know the rate I'm going. And then I have the ruby slippers. So those are the 3 images that I want to use. And then I also want to use the actual words that say Wizard of Oz. And then I don't know what I'll do for my nail, my thumbnail. So we'll see. Maybe just some books. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do is I will reverse stamp some books. I think that would be kind of cool. Typewriter's really cute though too. Let's do the books here. Let's do these books because it's my thumb. Let's see what else is a choice. They do have a scarecrow on here. But he's very hard, very detailed. He's right here. It's very hard to see what he is. So I'm just going to do some books. So let's get another stamper. Do that in black. And I will reverse stamp some of these. Put this here so I don't make such a mess. Okay. Okay, so there's the little books. I use some of the colors on this one. We'll do the light one. Do the red. Do some brown. And do a couple red. Do a couple red. Let's do this big one red too. Do this brownie color. Great mustard color. Let's do the mustard in here. I really like this mustard color. Or, I don't know if this is, it's like a green. I think it's more green, but it's kind of a cool color. Let's do this big one. Okay, and then the last color, we'll do this yellow like we did the lion. Okay, so here's my books. Those turned out cute. All right. So let's give this one more try. And then I'm going to give up. I have to say that it's been a long time since I've used foil. And I am not like perfect at foiling. I have done foiling before and it's been fine. But it's very difficult to get. I've always had a hard time doing the whole finger. So I don't want to put that much on there. Let's put a good amount of this glue on here. Both fingers. So if I don't end up getting this on here, don't be discouraged. It could be something that I'm doing. Like I said, I wasn't a great foiler to begin with. I would say try it, see if you like it, watch some videos on it. You may be perfect at it. So I think all this stuff is always worth a try. So let's see well, I'm going to do this right away. So I have my foil cut. I'm waiting for this to dry. And I think the blue will help as far as the blending if I don't get it all completely foiled. So I think the blue is better. And I think it goes really well with the light purple and the burgundy, or I'd say that's like a burgundy color, brick color, red color, whatever you want to call it. And I think that looks really cute. So what my plan is to put the lion on one, the Tin Man on the other, and then I'll probably put the Wizard of Oz here, and then the ruby slippers will go probably on my pinky, and then on my thumb I'll do the books. All right, so let's see. Looks like this one is clear. So let's do this one. Put this on here again. Put it on. Rub it in there. Just going to use my finger this time. Go all the way around it. Make sure that everything in here is stuck. Go over it with the this. Okay, take this off. Okay, so it looks like it did a very good job. You can see how the whole image came off. It's very difficult to even see on this blue. So we're going to call this a done. So I'm going to do it again on this one. It's a very, very, very light pattern. Okay. And it looks like it didn't get very much on the end, so I'm just going to stick this back on here. Okay. So that didn't turn out too bad. Like I said, it's not very noticeable on the really light blue. Did I put that on the wrong? Yeah, so it's not very noticeable. Don't be afraid to go back and try to fill in where you don't see any of the... I think it definitely stuck better, not waiting so long, but it's just very difficult to see. And it looks like this glue didn't really dry right here, but we're gonna say that's good enough. And I'm going to use some of the smudge-free top coat on here. And I'm going to put it on my other fingers as well. I think that if you want to use this foil, you either have to do a lot lighter blue or a really light other color or white. And like I said, the risk that you have with the white is just that the spots that you don't get, it's going to be white. Whereas the spots that didn't come out very well are not as noticeable. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, let this dry. Okay, so I'm going to put the Tin Man on this one. So this dry a little bit. Put him right here. I want to make sure you can see. Okay, we're going to put him right here. I'm going to take the lion and I'm going to put him over here. Oh, he's not sticking. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to take the ruby slippers. I don't know, maybe I should I think I'll put well, then I won't have anything. I'll put the ruby slippers here on my pinky, and it feels like it's already dry, so let's put some more of this on here. Put the ruby slippers on my pinky. All right. Okay, there's the ruby slippers. That turned out really cute. I love the ruby slippers. And then on my thumb, I'm going to put some more of this on here, make sure that it sticks. Put our books here. Okay, I'm trying to see which way is... Okay, so it goes on this way. I'm going to put the books like a little bit off, not completely. Well, let's do it. Let's do it completely straight. There's the little books. And then I'm going to take this image off here, off this one plate. And I have to find it first, right here. And I'm going to do the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to do this in the black. First, I'm going to put some of this on here. And you don't have to use a sticky stuff to get your, once your nails dry, to get the stamp to stay. You can absolutely, what I do is I just use the smudge-free top coat. And I use that because it dries really fast. So if you used a regular, you could use a regular top coat to get it to stick. The only problem is that it just takes longer to dry. So let's see how this looks. Yeah. Take this off. All the debris here. Just added more debris. Okay, so there's Wizard of Oz. I'm going to put this on here. All right, so here's the finished product, and I think it turned out really cute. I do like the sponging on those two colors. And although I didn't think the foils, I had good luck with the foils, I do think if you're, good at foiling, you probably won't have a problem. It is pretty foil, but it's very subtle. So just keep that in mind. So it's all done. And the next thing I'm going to do is actually put on the smudge-free top coat. Now, the longer you can wait with being patient without putting this top coat on, the better off you're going to be in not creating smudges. So, but I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to go really light, and I'm just going to just float over the top of it. And remember, and I always thought, well, if I put a lot on there, that'll help. But no, if you put too much on there, then it just bleeds and it smudges. So I'm just going to put this on here very lightly. And the longer you can wait for this, the better off you'll be. Because even though it's smudge free, it still will smudge if you don't give it time to dry. And these should actually be pretty good because the images I had reverse stamped, and so they were pretty dry when I put them on. Okay, so there you go. Those are all on, and my final top coat, I think, will probably be a matte. I don't know. I always go round and round with this. Would I like matte, or would I like it to be shiny? I'm not sure. I want to do a matte top coat on this and see what it looks like. So let this dry for a couple minutes. And the top coat, the matte top coat that I'm using is Glisten and Glow, and it's just matte top coat. So let this dry a couple minutes. And then I'm going to put this final top coat on. Although, the ruby slippers really look cute with glittery. Okay, so yeah, I think the mat looks nice. And you can see where it actually smeared right here. So it's very difficult, like I said, if you don't wait long enough. And I really thought because it was the reverse stamp that I did was pretty dry that we were out of the woods. But you can see where it smeared just a little bit on the side here. So that's it. That is the Mani by Me March box. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching.